What is up, folks? This is your boy, Alert Wolf, and I'm here to bring you a new series, a new anime series that I'm reviewing. Now, it's Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Basically, Everyday Life with Monster Girls, and I'm going to give you episode 1 and 2, the quick synopsis and review. And the reason why I picked it, okay, there was a couple. I wanted a comedy, and I was looking for a harem base, and it was between this show and one other show. Actually, I am, and basically similar concept. You know, each of the girls are something a different thing and something unique. And I thought the other one was very good too, and went with this one because a couple of reasons. And I'll get into it in a second. But basically, I thought this one is a little raunchier, and it's a little funnier with the raunchiness, and I don't mind that. And the other one was there was a scene in the first episode where the main character clearly knocked somebody like out, and the way he hit him and the way they animated it could have been for effect. However, I did enjoy that. It looked a little actiony, like he may do some fighting later on, and that gave me a little bit of like hope isn't the right word, but well, yeah, hope that it's gonna pick up in an action way as well. Now, in the first episode, which is Everyday Life with Lamia, and Lamia, just to explain what she is, what Lamia is. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie The Golden Child, but she's like half snake, half girl, and whenever she sleeps with our main buddy, Kurisiru. There's too many U's, but Kururusu. Yeah, Kururusu. I don't know. Give me some time, folks. I will get the enunciations correct within a couple of videos, I promise. I just got to get familiar with the character. But basically, you know, she likes to coil him when she sleeps. And her tail, you know, in the beginning, just to give you the raunchiness. In the beginning, she kind of like he strokes the tail to try to get her to get off, but he strokes it like it's a dick, you know, like it's a penis. And so she basically has an orgasm and then leaves him, but she kind of kills him when she does it too. It's comedic in how it happens, and you know, it's a little wild too because she throws himself like hardcore at him, and he acts like he can't do anything. But later on, you find out why. And let me just get to the point. Basically, in this world, mythological creatures are real, but they've been hidden. But now they're public and out in the open, and there's like a student exchange program going on. And basically, she comes to live with our boy, and there's like a caseworker who's another chick who's pretty hot. Again, harem anime, and she ends up falling for him, obviously, because in a harem anime they always do. And so you know, he has to watch out for her, like she can't go anywhere unless he's with her, stuff like that, and but he can't sleep with her. Well, it's not that he can't sleep with her, but that if it because she's, you know, high up, they found out it could cause an international incident that he violated her, which is against the law to cause international incidents. So basically, he can't do it. No nookie. He can't get himself into any trouble. You know, and I like the dynamic there, and again, typical stuff, but it's just a lot of fun. And at some point, you know, they go out on like a date throughout the town, and the agent, the caretaker agent, she tells him, not to get into a love hotel and stuff like that. And what ends up happening is people aren't used to seeing those type of people, and they were making fun of her, treating her badly. They ran away, went to the hotel, and it even looked like things were going to get into the raunchy side. Then they're interrupted, and as they go downstairs to leave the hotel, the same instigators from earlier are out there, and they're making her feel bad. So he knocks the shit out of them with one punch. Sends the first dude flying into his girlfriend, flying into the wall or the doors, and it's really good. And that was the moment where I thought, maybe there's going to be some fighting, because although the mythological creatures are powerful, they're not allowed to hit a human, and vice versa. A human can't hit them. It's against the law. And she gets mad. So, but it's just, and that's the beginning. Now, what did I think of this? I dig the character. I love that he's animated with no pupils, and he just has his wide eyes with the black rings around him all the time, like he's always in shock of things. And I like the comedy elements are good. The TNA elements are there, and again, it sparked my interest. So what am I going to give this episode? I thought this episode was good. I'm going to give it a solid 3 out of 5. Very enjoyable, solid beginning, and I know some people get angry at fan service. Some people, if the fan service is too much, it turns them off. And I feel like the other side of the argument is that if you like that much fan service, you just want to jerk off or something, or you're into anime porn, and you don't have to be into anime porn not to mind fan service. The gratuitous TNA, especially when it's used in the story in a comedic way. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't throw me out of the element. It's like saying, I was watching this movie and the lead actress was so hot that I stopped watching the movie. Like, I feel like it's weird. Like, I'm tired of seeing hot chicks in movies. Like, right? I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. And in fact, the way they use it, I think is pretty funny. So that's how I fall on it. Now, the second episode is Everyday Life with a Harpy and a Centaur. And we meet 2 new characters, and it's basically an A and B episode. So story A is meeting the Harpy, story B is meeting the Centaur. And again, give me some time. I'm going to get you the names of everybody much better. Let's see if I can spot it. Because again, I don't, give me some time and I'll know all these names correctly. But basically, what goes down is, in the first half of the episode, you have this clueless, petite harpy who kidnaps our hero accidentally and makes him take her to the park so she could have some ice cream. Before she realizes that wasn't her human, and she shouldn't have gone with him, and because she's ditzy. And if she's out one more time alone, she's going to get deported. She thinks she's not in any danger. He's nice to her. There's a comedic scene there where, like, she drops her ice cream and she wants some of his popsicle, which is white. And so she starts sucking his popsicle while she's on her knees. She was just on her knees because she dropped her ice cream. So she's sucking it, and he's looking around like, I'm going to get in trouble. This looks wrong. And, like, he like, I don't know, it made the cum shot gag, and it was funny, and I laughed. Basically, and then they run into the Lamia character, or the Lamia girl. Again, I don't remember her name. I'm gonna get the names good before Musume, I see I'm bad with names again, but that's who it is. And basically, they start talking, and there's a chick gets stuck in a tree, a little girl, and they try to go help her, but because it was a funny scene, because birds like bird baths, you know what I mean? So there's a funny scene where she was in a public fountain. She can't, the harpy can't fly, and so our girl tries to slither up the tree, only to scare the crap out of the kid, and she falls, and the harpy jumps up to grab her, grabs her, and our hero slides underneath them to break their fall. Later we find out that it was the agent's plan all along to put her in his household. So now he has 2 monster chicks. And then there's a funny scene where they were gonna go take a bath, and for some reason she allowed Masamune. I feel like I'm butchering her name, but snake chick, the Lamia chick. She like lets them go to the bath, and then was like, wait a minute, Then the other one was like, the agent's like, I'm surprised you were good with that. She's like, why? She's just a little girl. She's just a little girl. She goes, no, the harpy's about your age. They just petite bodies for flying. And, there's some funny stuff there. So, just to let you know that everybody's above it, of age. Then you have the B half of the story, which is, it's the next day. He goes out early in the morning shopping, and he runs into the centaur chick, who's a blonde with big boobs. And she has a strong sense of justice, and the centaurs have a tradition where they get to pick their own master. Oh, in case you were wondering, this is Guinness Blonde American Lager. Delicious. And speaking of other public service announcements, I know you've noticed the background noise following this video. That is, unfortunately, it's the summertime, I'm indoors, and I'm next to the AC. So, you gotta deal with that. Alright, back to the B-side of the episode. So, he ends up meeting the chick, and he calls the agent, who's half asleep, and it's like, you've got to deal with her. So they're walking around, and just then, this lady's purse gets robbed, and they want to go after the robber. Now, he goes to ride her, but she's like, that's fresh. And so he couldn't do that, but he had to hold on, like if you were on a motorcycle almost, but he's holding on, and she's not, she's like, don't touch the boobs, but, it's a high-speed chase, with the dude on the scooter and the centaur chick, and then they end up getting, pinning him down, and but he was falling halfway through the chase, so he ends up grabbing the boobs, shaking them up, and accidentally riding her, and all because he was falling, and she's all flustered, and everything is all wrong because he's accidentally groping her and pulling her boobs out, and all sorts of things. And so at one point, it looks like the thief has the upper hand. She also had a sword that she lost, so the thief has the sword. It looks like she's gonna lose, and then our hero steps in, takes the slash. And then it turns out that there was a fake sword, and that they were all right. The guy got arrested, and it turns out the agent explains to him that by riding someone is the equivalent of getting married over there, and by forcibly riding someone, it's like you raped her. And he's like, oh. So he immediately apologizes. He sees the blonde centaur chick, and again, I'm gonna have her name. Give me next week. I'll have everybody's name. I know it's very unprofessional of me, but I will have everybody's name down. Anyway, and what happens is she ends up falling for him. Obviously, this is it's a harem-based anime, and so now she's staying at the house too because he is her master. And so now you have three monster girls he lives with, and there are more to come. So I can't wait to check out the future episodes. But now what do I give this episode? This episode was a lot of fun. It was great that they could have delayed it, and so each character gets their own episode. I like this better, that they're getting half an episode, because I feel like it progresses the story along much quicker. So in that case, I really like it. I dig both characters. You know, the bird is a bird brain. The Harpy is a bird brain. You know, and she's very ditzy and in the air, and just the dynamic of the characters are pretty good, and the personality types. And I just love the fact that each one of them is a mythological hot chick. So how can you go wrong, right? So what I give the second episode, I'm gonna give it a 3, a 3 as well. Thought it was a good episode. I think the show in general is about a 3. Again, I thought it was really good. Thought it was funny. I don't mind the TNA. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't do anything for me other than I find it hilarious in the comedic situations. But yeah, I thought it was good. So definitely, if you have not checked out Everyday Life with Monster Girls, or the long version of the title, which is Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls, please check it out. It is well worth it. It's funny. Again, if you're too young, obviously you're too young. It is on the adult side, but that's okay. So all right, folks. So this should be the last video you're gonna get out of me today or tonight or tomorrow, whenever they all drop. But that's my summer lineup. So you're gonna get Dragon Ball Super. You're gonna get Yushiro and Tora. And you're gonna get Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. That's what you're gonna get out of me. And every so often, you will get an anime redux. And yeah, man. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing off.